What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about concealed carry holsters. I've gotten a few questions about inside the waistband holsters and stuff like that, so I want to go over some that I have, a few different kinds, and how well they conceal when you're wearing inside the waistband. So let's jump into it. So when concealed carrying, there's a few factors to consider. One is the type of gun, how well it will conceal. Two, the type of holster you have to conceal it, whether you're an inside the waistband guy, outside the waistband appendix, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever it is, however it is that you want to conceal. Three, the type of holster, whether you have a light on your weapon and your holster needs to be compatible with the light, whether you want a sidecar for carrying an extra magazine. Those are some things to consider. So I'm going to show you guys a few that I have on a few different guns and show you how well they conceal, because a big part of concealed carrying is comfort when you're concealed carrying, in my opinion. I hate concealed carrying a gun in a holster that is not comfortable to sit down in, or when you're out and about you're constantly shuffling it or get those hot spots where it's digging into your hip or digging into your gut, whatever the case may be, because then it just makes it uncomfortable to carry. Let's go over some different holster types and then I'll throw them on and show you guys kind of how they conceal and what gun they are. So this is just your basic Kydex single clip concealed holster. It doesn't have a concealment claw or wing, as they call them. It's molded just for the gun, so it won't fit a light. This is for a shield, M&P shield. So that's how it fits in there. If you had an optic on, or got your gun optic cut, this wouldn't work with that. I'm sure you could modify it at home if you wanted to, but you can see that sweat shield comes all the way up the back, so the gun is not actually touching your skin or anything. But this is a decent holster to conceal with. Small, comfortable, slim. That also depends what gun you have, because this is obviously a small gun. The next one, so this is an Armsman holster that I ordered specifically for this Hellcat that has the PL2 Valkyrie light on it. It is cut for an optic, so if you have an optic on it, that will work. It also has that sweat guard up the back, and this one has a claw, concealment claw. So when you clip this on your belt, that claw puts some pressure on the inside of the belt also to kind of cant it in towards your body. This is another similar version for a light bearing gun. Has the claw, sweat shield, optic ready, supports suppressor height sights. But these ones for lights are usually light specific. So if you take the light off the gun, it's not going to retain your gun. Yeah, the gun will still fit in there, but it's not going to have the retention. Usually these holsters, the retention part is on the light itself, which is also a plus. This is a Glock 45. I can take this light off of this gun, put it on any other full-size Glock, and I can use this holster to carry that. The next style is an appendix rig. So these appendix rigs have a sidecar. This one's a tier 1 concealed. That sidecar has snaps. I can remove it if I want and just run the holster for the gun. But with that sidecar, it gives another point of attachment for stability. These ones have to be carried appendix, whereas like these other ones, I can kick it off to the side a little bit. It doesn't have to be right in front. I can kick it off to the side if that's more comfortable for me. So these ones are very popular because, one, you can have whatever magazine you have in the gun loaded, plus an additional magazine in there for carrying an extra 17 rounds if you wanted, on this gun in particular. They make those appendix rigs pretty much for everything. Here's another one. For the P365 and appendix rig, this one just has some elastic in the middle, so it's very flexible, but it's also not as rigid and secure as, say, the Tier 1. The Tier 1 still has flexibility, but it doesn't wobble side to side, if you can see that. These also have the claws on them, the concealment claws that go up against the back of your belt. All of these holsters that I just showed you have retention for the magazine and for the gun, so if it doesn't lock in as tight as you want, you can adjust that retention. Another one I have is this. This is a works holster with the optional sidecar. This sidecar bolts on, and there's like no flexibility in that. So yeah, it's nice that you can carry an extra magazine, but if that's doesn't work with your body type, it may be better for you to get a different holster that doesn't have the sidecar. Now, a lot of these holsters aren't just off-the-shelf holsters. Like this holster, I ordered this specific for this gun with a certain type of light, the optic, suppressor height sights, all of that stuff. Personally, I prefer the black. This is the only colored one I got, other than the Tier 1, which is gray, because my intent is for nobody to see this. I don't want anybody to see how cool my holster looks, because it's going to be inside my pants. So I'll jump up, throw some of these on, show you guys how they fit on my body, and you can see how they work. Maybe it'll help you out, maybe not. But I just wanted, the whole point of this video was to kind of give you guys an overview of the different types of holsters for inside the waistband carry, and then how they actually conceal. I'm not a small guy. I got the beer gut. I know there's a lot of guys, skinnier guys, that can conceal easier because they don't have that gut in the way. So this one is that works holster for a Glock 45. I do have this next belt, gun belt, that I'm wearing. So these ones that don't have the sidecar, I kind of tend to favor them to whatever hand I have the holster set up for. So I'm right-handed, so I cheat them over to the right side a little bit. So that's what it looks like on conceal. This is a full-size Glock 45. I'm just wearing a t-shirt and shorts. You can see how well that conceals. So that's in there with a factory magazine, just a factory 17 round magazine. This is a factory 17 round magazine with a Terran Tactical extended base pad on it. So you can see with that I get some printing with that extended base pad. I can alleviate that by sliding it more towards the center. But for me, it's more comfortable to wear holsters like this kind of off to the side, not right over top of my unit. So when I sit down, it's not pinching and giving me a hot spot right there. When it's off to the side, it's kind of in the, I don't know, that crease where your leg comes up. Now when you start concealed carrying, it's going to be a little weird at first, because you're going to think that everybody can see the gun that you have. It doesn't matter how well it conceals. You're going to think, you're going to constantly be adjusting and trying to make sure that it stays concealed. After time, over time, it gets more comfortable and it becomes just a part of your routine. You're not as worried because it's not new. It doesn't have all of your attention, so you're not as concerned about it, and you're not doing weird stuff, adjusting your shirt, moving it to the side, doing all sorts of weird stuff. It's more natural for you. So this is that Armsman holster with a Springfield Hellcat with an Olight on it. I carry this gun the most, probably, because it's small, it's comfortable to me, and it conceals. You can't even tell it's there. Like, it's the most comfortable to me. Everyone says that the length of the grip is the thing that is most concerning. For me, the length of the barrel is, because I hate going out to dinner and sitting down and feeling that barrel dig into your leg or unit. I hate that. This is more comfortable for me, a shorter barreled gun. And this one conceals like nobody's business. You can't, unless I tighten up my shirt, you don't know that it's there. Same with this M&P Shield holster. Same thing, you don't know that that's there. It's comfortable to sit down. Hell, I could run with this on and not feel it other than the weight of it. And these neck belts are nice. So if I take my gun off, I can tighten it up. Or if I swap different holsters, it's easily adjustable. If you didn't see the video I did on this belt, I'll link it in the description and you guys can go over and check that out. I compare it to a Core Essentials gun belt. But that's the Smith & Wesson Shield, and just your, I don't even remember what brand this holster is. Concealment Express or something like that. I think I got it at Sportsman's Warehouse for 30 bucks. But it conceals pretty well. Let's try one of these appendix rigs. So that's how it fits. This is a Glock 22 40 caliber with a mag well. That's how it fits when it's on. This one does have an extra magazine in the caddy. Just factory length magazines. These aren't extended or anything. But all of these conceal decently well on my body. But this gun, I don't carry as much because I have I put that grip tape stuff on it, and that rubs your stomach raw unless you wear an undershirt or something like that. Tier 1 Concealed has these wedges that you can buy that stick on the back that kind of, when it's on your body, kind of force it back into your stomach, which is nice. Yeah, at first I hated it, but it's kind of molded to my body over time and it feels a lot better now. This is a SIG 365X with the 15 round magazine in it. You can see how that conceals. It's not bad. And these this one is very flexible in the middle. It kind of flexes back and forth and side to side for whatever movements you're doing. It's comfortable to wear. My complaint about this holster is just the cheap clips that it comes with. I'm sure you could swap them out and buy something else, but that's my only complaint with that. The other works holster for the Glock 43X with that optional sidecar that you can purchase. So that's how that fits on. Shows a little bit right there. But like I said, with stuff like that, you can just slide it over towards the middle a little more and alleviate some of that printing if you got it. I'll throw a magazine in the sidecar. So you can sort of see that magazine right there just a little bit. But like I was telling you with those concealment wedges from Tier 1 Concealed, I could get one of those and push this bottom of this holster out, tuck everything back towards my body a little bit, and eliminate some of that also. So those are just some of the holster options that I have. I just wanted to kind of show you guys the different options that are out there and how they may work if you have a body type similar to mine. Got the dad bod that I have. The only complaints I have about any of these holsters, like I said, is the clips on that holster, the flexibility on that mag caddy. Like I said, some of these holsters you can't just go buy off the shelf. That Tier 1 Concealed holster, I know they have a wait time. They build the holster for your gun. They build it when you order it. So with that being said, it's up to your setup and your body type on what holster you have. If you have a gun with a compensator, or you have a light, or certain specific things that you need a holster for, it's probably better to go with a company like Tier 1 and order a custom holster for your needs. If you're just looking to run this factory gun, you know, buy a holster like this. These are the type of holsters that are on the shelf in big stores like Shields or Sportsman's Warehouse, Cabela's, that type of place, and they're readily available. So hopefully this helped you out in deciding what type of holster you want, what type of gun you want to consider carrying, on how they conceal with your body. But ultimately, it all depends on your body type and what's comfortable to you. But the main goal is to keep that thing concealed. You don't want people knowing you got it. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that. I'll have a link in the description that takes you over to our website with links to all of this stuff, all these holsters, where I got them, and I'll also link to our Instagram page. I post cool photos over there when I can. As always, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button if you like the video, and we'll check you guys on the next one.